or because there's obviously the SEC delay and the
before that.
It's before that. How long before that? I mean, maybe people were. I mean, it was. I was under the impression it was priced in anyway, so I'm not even sure if it was that.
It was priced in. There's no way that it wasn't priced in. Well, I mean, come on. I don't think.
Double wash, man, up and down.
But people were not expecting anything, so let's do it.
Nah, man, it's sick. It's really, it's like it's everywhere at the moment. Even on like watching all the smaller coins too. Like they just absolutely rip out of nowhere. Like even in the middle of a downtrend, and it just spikes up like 15-20%, and then just rockets straight back down, and then straight back into the middle, and then consolidates for another 2 hours. That's wild.
Yeah. Crazy candle. That's just what I was filming. I was filming an episode yesterday. As I was filming an episode, we basically gave back all the gains from the grayscale decision. We just gave them back in one candle.
How was the RAL show?
Fantastic. Great. I think one of the best ones we've done with them actually.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you guys will really enjoy it. I think the RAL show was really what's coming on today.
Cool.
Good morning to the
brilliantly
fam.
bullish.
I see the fams here. There's a lot of fam here today. There's 357 people already. Wow, that's amazing. Let's just tweet and tell everyone we're live, and then let's get the fam on, and then let's have our morning call. Today's Shaldino's birthday, guys. I don't know if he's on, but it's his birthday, so we need to get him somehow. Is he on the call? No, he's not on the call. Okay, amazing. Guys, we need to get him somehow. I think we were gonna do a show. We were gonna do like a show and then like cut him a cake or something, and just like get the community to call in.
Not a bad idea.
We should. Yeah, we should do it.
We don't want to chip in and get him a board ape.
No, we'll get him a Rolex before we get him a board ape. That's for sure. We actually, to be honest, we actually bought Fred a Rolex for his wedding. We bought Sheldon and I bought a Rolex.
Oh, amazing. Beautiful present.
Yeah, my dream Rolex. It's called the Green Glass Milgauss. It's a very understated, beautiful watch. Beautiful.
I have to Google it.
Yeah.
You guys set
the one with the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Second hand. Yeah.
If I mean, I'm not gonna buy another watch because I just don't see the point of owning more than one, and because I know that if I own more than one, I'll definitely lose one because I don't remember.
And because your current one's price is above that one, I believe.
Yeah, I don't care. Wouldn't
make much sense. Oh, okay.
If there's any watch that I'd buy, I'm gonna put out the newspaper. It's called the White Milgauss, which is, I don't know. For me, it's obviously it's discontinued. I don't make them anymore. But that if I ever were to,
I know what you're talking about. White face, orange hand, orange.
Yeah. If anything, if I ever bought another watch, it would be this watch. Such a beautiful
Damn, you
watch.
know it's special when they're holding it with gloves.
Yeah, come on. The
you don't buy any luxury stuff. What is it what is your nitty gritty? Like you don't buy cars, you don't buy watches. Like what is it that you spend money on luxury? What is it that you like?
I don't enjoy luxury things. Like, I mean, I don't enjoy, like, even like you'll see the clothes that I wear. I try and wear things that don't say the brand. Like, I don't really like people like, oh wow, he's wearing Louis Vuitton or whatever. I think it's too flash. It's just not who I am. You know what I mean? So I don't buy like sports cars. I live in a very nice house, but it's a very understated house. It's not it's like no electronics. It's got no it's an old bungalow kind of thing. And I don't like fancy cars. I just think stay humble. You know what I mean? Like, stay humble.
You prefer shit
coins.
coins.
I think also the thing with me is that I come from nothing. I came from absolute nothing. Like, when I say absolute nothing, my mother for the first 6 years of her life grew up in a tent. She lived in a tent. You know, like, we came from really nothing. And I built my own money, so I know the value of money, and it didn't come quickly. I had to work like a dog. I went insolvent before I made money, so I know how hard it is. Like, I don't know, for me to spend money on like on flashy things just so I can say, like, I've got, just so I can tell everyone how rich I am. Doesn't work for me. Stay humble. Can you guys hear me?
Someone in the chat says Pump is from DWF Labs, and I see some tweets how they're accumulating different tokens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good story, Joe. Well done. You've got a good story there.
Yeah, he's their portfolio is actually live on CoinMarketCap for whoever wants to see it.
CoinMarketCap.
You'll see it all. Look at all the tokens there. See what's going on.
How live is it though? Like, is it as they buy, or is it already once it's pumped?
No, it has. Well, I don't know for sure, but it has all the recent ones. So I'd say it's live as of a week ago.
Has Arkham not picked up on their wallets yet?
Can you pop the link into the Bubbles chat so that the community have got it if they want it?
Yeah.
The people that are on the chat, let them have access if they want it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Let's quickly just. I think we had another great day on Bubbles yesterday, so now it feels like we're like on a much higher base. So well done, thank you. We started reaching out to influencers. If you haven't updated, James, if you could drop the influencer link in the chat, in the management group. And if you guys could update who you can reach out to and who you can take accountability for to get them going. I dropped the message yesterday of what we're telling people. So if you can do that, that would be great. I want to get those show on the road today.
What's the base amount of users on Bulls now? 4 or 5K? Like a day? Or is it more near?
5K.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, about 5K. So we started the month at 2.5K. So we doubled this month. Yeah, and then I've got an idea, but again, like the thing is with these devs, with any devs, the idea that I want to implement is going to take time. But I want to have referral links where like Bybit, anyone can get a referral link, and then as long as you signed in, you can get a referral link, and then we'll have a leaderboard in terms of who's brought in the most people. You know what I mean? And we can reward them with points and stuff like that. And then basically anyone can do it. You don't have to be an influencer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ram, that's a really nice idea. Have you asked Bybit how they implemented it? Or can we?
I mean, they build their own systems. So it's so easy. It's like just an automatic ref link that's linked to everyone's profile. It's very simple.
So we just need a dev soon. I guess Josh is on it.
Yeah, he doesn't know about the idea. Or hold on, maybe he does know about it because he just heard about it right now. It's the first time he's heard about it.
What idea?
That we're going to get any user can generate a referral link, and then I want to have I want to be able to track all users and how many people they bought, and I want to be able to give them airdrops.
Yeah, that's cool. We can do that.
Can it be ready by Monday?
I'll probably say no, but I'll try and see what we can do.
Okay.
The giving back, yeah, you can say it wasn't priced in, which I sort of get, or you can say it was priced in, sorry. But people got very excited after this grayscale thing. A lot of leverage built up. Obviously the move down was going to be pretty similar to the move up. But it did sell off 2 or 3 hours before the announcement, which is a little bit odd. People were definitely front running it. And of course, the market is going to react initially to news like this. Yes, it can be priced in. Like if it comes back today towards levels that it was at yesterday, then yeah. But any sort of negative news is always going to be sort of reacted negatively in the market because there's so little liquidity and stuff. So I wouldn't jump the gun too much.
Don't you think that yesterday was like slightly different because it was very clear, like that a bunch of people just found this out early. Like if you timestamp all that on the Bitcoin chart, it's very easy to look at that Bitcoin chart and say, look, the initial rejection that you got, we can come up with a normal explanation for it. The volume also supports that, yeah, it was just a normal rejection. And then there was a lull in volume. And then there was a very clear uptick in volume with those red candles before the first news even hit, which was a very clear sign that some people knew about this before everybody else did. And that's why there was like this huge spike in volume in the first three like 15-minute candles, and then the news breaks out that this is getting delayed, and then everybody starts like getting out of the trade, and we get the volume spike again. But because of those sort of lull in between the two volume spike, it's very clear that some people actually got access to that information much earlier than the others.
Yep, doesn't look
I don't
great
know.
on the
It
chart
feels
now,
to
be
me.
honest.
It feels weird to me that this was the rejection pump, because I think everybody knew about the rejection. But yesterday was the end of August, so I wonder if there's something to do with like end of the month and somebody needing to show, I don't know, maybe a fund or somebody needing to show a low Bitcoin price at the death. Because if you look at like, the price that it hit was, it's just for me too coincidental that it happened on the last day of August. Like last day of August, weird. They kept it, and they kept the candle. I mean, we're going to get to the hourly, but they kept the green candle started to happen at 5 p.m. South African. So no, literally the main green candle happened at 6 p.m. South African. So I don't know, it just feels weird.
I wouldn't read too much. I mean, at the end of the day, like it doesn't take much to move the price at the moment. So I don't think we should read too much into like why or who or their motives.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's like anyone could have sold any like minute amounts and it would have dropped the price, given how like low the liquidity is on most like major exchanges at the moment. So it's just kind of that situation.
No, although it seems like it looks like it's artificial. Like the fact that it took liquidity from the upside, like it was clearly a market maker move. They took liquidity on the
like why would they?
Yeah, that's the question. That's what everybody's asking. Like that's what we need to figure out.
No, but there was good news pretty straightforward. Everyone piled in, and then it just there was a lot of leverage, and it just came back to price.
It only hit underside levels. Like if you charted out to the top of that wick that scanned up, it just hit perfect levels of where the first pullback bounce support after that big pump made its little bounce and then came straight back under. So it's just hit underside resistance, like to the dollar.
Yeah, according to Kyle's analysis yesterday, it had to hold 26,800 yesterday and 27,700 for the weekly close. Otherwise, it may be going down to 23,500 now.
Oh yeah, she's definitely going down.
100% agree.
But I mean, that would have been more scammy if it went like 28.5 or something, and then. But I mean, it's pretty small.
Okay, so I mean, ETF rejections obviously one thing. More DWF pumps. What else is there that we're seeing?
I think a lot of these alts actually some of them held up okay. Arkham held up okay. Some of the strong ones from recently have actually done fine. An interesting chart now is ETH BTC for me personally. People are calling for this down, but it just bounced so perfectly off support yesterday. And if you'll notice that it had a massive green candle yesterday when the market was obviously going down, which is a good sign. I would probably expect this to trend up. Yeah, it doesn't give a market direction, but it just gives a relative performance against BTC. I don't see alts getting like absolutely smashed if this market does continue to go down.
I actually shifted a little bit of Bitcoin into Ethereum yesterday just based on that support level. I mean, yeah, I just thought it was a good risk reward place to switch a little.
It just bounced so perfectly.
Yeah, ETH BTC still has like a huge green daily candle. I mean, look at the ETH BTC daily candle. It's like,
yep,
and it's still in an uptrend, by the way. So it's like, yes, there are ebbs and flows, but then overall it's still uptrending ever since that local bottom on 27th June.
Don't tell Benjamin Khan.
Notice how all these guys when it actually happens, like when the move down actually happens, then they start saying XYZ, but They should be
Well,
doing it
waiting
when the
for
price
some
is up.
form of bullish divergence to take place. So there's not one on the daily. There's not one on the 4 hourly. There's barely one on the 1 hour. So I wait for another. I wait for another dive down and get a bullish divergence to start going, and then start
Because a
looking
lot of
long
the
if that's going to be the case.
because a lot of the froth was in Bitcoin during the rally up. I also believe that alts actually might hold up slightly better than people expect, and we could see dominance like decline if Bitcoin does go to 23. Like that's kind of like my gut feel here. Like obviously a lot of alts will get smacked more, but dominance like on aggregate actually might not spike like people expected to, because Bitcoin was like the leader.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we'll find out. If Bitcoin goes down and dominance goes up, it's going to be a horrific capitulation.
Well, that's what we saw. We actually saw when Bitcoin dropped from 30K to 26K, we saw dominance drop as well. So unless there's like a clear reversal, then I imagine that trend will stay the same, if not just like move sideways. I don't know if there'll be like a huge dominance spike, like Cowan's saying. I mean, eventually, probably in the lead up to the halving, but I don't know if it's like now.
That BitBoy video was quite rough, eh? Sure.
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal.
Very brutal. I mean, I feel really sorry for him, but he is his own worst enemy, and I really feel sorry for him.
For sure. I mean, it's super rough about the fact of having that audience that you then have to go out and publicly address them and air out everything. But I mean, that's a responsibility that. Well, what's that saying? With great power comes great responsibility. So that's a consequence.
His poor wife. I mean, to be dragged into this.
Oh man.
Well, one to be cheated on. Okay, that's like rough. Also, then to be dragged into like publicly having to, publicly having to be, I don't know, what's the word, like, yeah. I mean, look, well done to her. Well done to her. I mean, well done to her. She must be a really amazing person.
I guess Ben thought that he made wife changing money.
Ben, I have a feeling Ben will be back on the. Don't know. I have this.
Yeah, he will be.
He'll be back.
He will be back. He will be back on the channel. I think if you listen to the tone of it is let's sit down and talk. Or we're going to sit down and talk. Yeah, great. Listen, good for him. Good for him. Like, the only thing, I mean, I shouldn't say this, but probably like, I don't know how many people would trust him in that, or like, like he doesn't, I don't know. He doesn't have much big alpha. I don't know. Anyway, look, maybe there's different audiences for
he needs to just get rid from that Ben coin thing. It's just doing nothing but harm. I think he will now.
Well, I mean, like he's already had a few transitions like that, because I remember in like early 2020, he was doing a lot of paid promotions for coins and stuff. And then he transitioned to be more of a news-driven show and not doing any paid promotion. So he tried pivoting from that and making his name clean again. And then he kind of went down a bit of a rabbit hole with.
Yeah, but then he borrowed millions to set up this Ben thing, and it's just
kind of went.
He borrowed like $2 million or something.
Yep.
He borrowed $2 million. Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah.
Cool. What else is happening on the market? What else have you guys seen?
The correlation with
guys,
Nasdaq.
Let us know in the chat if you. Someone says how to enter the call. Just press the button that says join call. Just press the button that says join call. PGF Investments. Just press. Oh, you can't even hear us because it's not in the call. What am I saying? Let me reply to this guy. So you're saying in correlation with the Nasdaq?
Yeah, correlation with Nasdaq was up, but now it's back down again. It's just, I'm starting to think these things just don't mean anything. Look, I think we're just going to chop for a while. Thought that news would give us something, that Grayscale news, but for the next month or two. But it's just it's not great, and obviously September is not a very good performing month for Bitcoin. But
I think
halving years it has been.
This might give it a try. Like, like if you start on a low base, it's obviously it's easier to get a better performance. Like if you start at 27, so I mean, this could be, I'm gonna say blessing because it doesn't actually matter. Like no one's measuring monthly returns, but I'm just saying like we could actually get a positive September because we had such a bad August.
Yeah, as far as I'm actually getting squeezed a little bit, but I'm actually still long from 26.2. It's at support, so there's no reason to be.
I mean, the grayscale news isn't like like everyone kind of knew already. I mean, like the approval like is inevitable. It's going to happen anyway. So like it's not a massive market move, but like when it came out earlier in the year, it moved the market a lot. But like once it's already out, then it's like, you know, something that big isn't just going to disappear. Like they're not just going to say, oh no, we're not doing that, and then it just goes away. Like it's all like once it's out in the open and it's in the public view, it's happening.
Yeah. Okay. We did we've almost finalized an agreement with a trading indicator guy yesterday. We've got a very good idea, which I'll share with you guys when we have a management meeting. We've got a very, very, very good idea regarding trading indicators. So those
is
of
that
you
with
that management
is that with Ron Walker?
No. It's a guy that we met in South Africa, very cool guy. So I'm gonna try and finalize all the paperwork this weekend. I'm trying to finalize it all this weekend. Cool. Anything else? Maybe let's quickly go to the chat and ask the guys. I mean, the guys in the chat. Is there anything else that we've missed in terms of news today? Anything else that we should be covering that we're not covering, other than Sheldon's birthday? Someone says, Ryan, what do we do with optimism? Buy, sell? I mean, long term is probably a good hold.
It's quite
probably a good hold.
We've got AAP this year. Should keep it relatively, I think, stable into December. Yeah. I don't know if I'd buy now, but I guess if we get a really big like correction, like if Bitcoin goes to 23 and optimism drops like 15-20%, then I think it'll be one of the better buys into AIP.
So right, run me through this.
Well.
If Bitcoin goes down to 20,000, what's on your buy list? Give me 3 tokens on your buy list if Bitcoin goes down to 20,000. So start off. Who wants to start? Let's go through the call here. If Bitcoin goes to 20,000, I don't know if
Rollbit will drop, but if Rollbit drops enough, I'm interested.
Yeah. Okay, so Rollbit for me too. Rollbit for me, it's Rollbit, Casper, and probably like a Say network or something.
Why Casper run? I like Say as well. But what's your Casper?
Why Casper? Because they have an amazing community. They have very, very, very strong tech, and I think it's a very resilient token that I've wanted an entry, but I'm not buying an entry anywhere near these prices. So so that's
still a 700 mil. Not cheap.
Not cheap, but if it goes down to like 300, I mean. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is a good one. Around the room, who's buying and what are you buying if it goes down to 20,000? Big red candle. What's on your buy list?
Maybe Arbitrum as well. Same logic.
Give three. Like
I already gave
pick 3.
I mean, I would buy like Arbitrum, SCG, RD, and T. I mean, those are the only ones left with some sort of narrative. Whenever the market does bounce back, those are the ones that
okay, cool.
Maybe Unibot too.
Are they long-term holds or are they short-term holds?
Long-term holds. Maybe Unibot too. I agree with you. Maybe Unibot too.
What price is Unibot?
If volume holds up, Robin and Unibot are the same. They both need their volume to hold up during the dip, and then I'm convinced. But if you see them like die off as narratives while their price is dropping, then that changes things. But if the growth is still there and the price is lower, then it makes a lot of sense.
I mean, PYR is one that I've always been keeping a pretty close eye on. I don't know when but
structurally that's held up. It's been I actually did a tweet on this I think 6 months ago about my like accumulation plan, and it's pretty much bounced off that like key support level. If you look up Mars Deutsche PYR, you'll see the thesis. It keeps bouncing off that.
It actually is holding up really well. I've seen it. Like it's holding up
it's
ridiculously well.
Sheldon is hold on. Someone says Sheldon's not on the call, but he said I must tell you what his buy list are. He said it's Cardano, XRP, and Hex.
Hex.
And XRP and Cardano. That's his 3 long-term holds.
That's like the Kyle buy list.
I mean, it's safe to assume that Sheldon's party has already started.
Kyle's 3 Pulse X, and Hex.
Yeah.
And it looks like Kyle is also at the same party.
Yeah, look
And I
at
think
PYR. Look at PYR in the chat on the graph that he just posted. Like it's gonna absolutely moonshot. As soon as that thing's done
I didn't realize
accumulating,
it's
like
holding this well, to be honest.
it's gonna
Ooh,
go
I have
bonkers.
I have a very cool idea, guys. I have a very fucking cool idea. I have a very cool idea, but I need a favor from Kyle. So if we do a YouTube and we broadcast the morning call on YouTube, so I'll go live and just show people how it works in the app, I reckon people would start downloading the app. So the YouTube people would start downloading the app because they would realize what we're actually doing here.
What do you mean?
Wait, so you want me to go on my show and then just join the morning call from the show? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah, just do that. Well,
yeah, of course.
If you,
No, yeah, of course I can do that, definitely.
Or if you just do your show and then we won't end your show and I'll jump onto your stream.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good. Or what, on Monday?
Yeah, I think Monday's a good day. All right, what else? Come, guys, give me 3 coins. Joe, what are your 3 coins?
ETH, obviously. I agree with SCG. I just think it's a token that I need to get involved in at 100 mil. A little bit more degen Unibot. I like the way the metrics continue to hold. Ben has been shilling these Telegram bots in my ear. It just seems like one that you could accumulate. Yeah, there's a risk there. It's kind of a hero or zero play. And then I like this HMX. It's a DEX on Arbitrum. It hasn't had that full move yet, but they have a mobile app. They have 1000x leverage. They're kind of just playing the game right. So ETH, SCG, HMX, and Unibot.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm also like Maker to it. Joe, what do you think about Maker?
Banter.
About that
Maker, yeah.
The
That
smartest
guy's
guy. He's all in. Like he's
a risk though.
Maker thing is going to be like the biggest thing for him in his life, and he's probably one of the richest people in crypto, if I'm not like trader wise.
Yeah.
And he just keeps on adding on dips. He keeps on adding on dips. His liquidation price is like $10 or something. Last he said something about it.
No, it's the biggest trade I've seen ever.
Bombay. Yesterday in the chat, one of the people said, "Sir, your forehead is like an Indian map." What do you think they meant?
10 on 10 for analysis.
I'm posting it in the Banter Bubbles chat so you can see it. I don't understand. What does it mean when someone tells you your forehead is like an Indian map?
That's so good.
What does it mean? Sorry, I'm not being facetious. I really want to understand. Like when they say your forehead, does it mean my forehead's big or what does it mean?
It's big.
I presume because India's massive.
No, India's huge.
Yeah. India's a pretty big country. Yeah.
India's massive. People didn't like the background yesterday, or someone didn't like the background. Some said I found that's clickbait.
Who's interested in IMX? Because that's a very interesting one as well. I'm keeping an eye on.
You know what the problem I have with Immutable X? One is the founder's got a very bad accent, so that's very bad for me. Two is that only 20% of the value accrues to the chain and 80% accrues to the centralized company. And that, to me, that's not why I got into blockchain. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not. Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to go all in on PYR then.
Which is the big issue for you, Ron?
Hold on, let me ask you a question. So someone says this man's voice is perfect to fall asleep to. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? He means I'm boring the shit out of him, right?
No, you can make millions of dollars using that. I mean, there's an app where all these guys, like Matthew McConaughey and all these actors, they actually put you to sleep by saying things which is soothing. It's like it's an industry of its own. So if
it's definitely a compliment.
If this crypto thing goes to zero, I mean, there's always that option.
We can have a good night crypto as well as good morning.
Like Matthew McConaughey and Brandon.
Yeah.
Like I would pay money to hear David Attenborough read me a story for sleep time.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Sure, I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys. I forgot to tell you guys. We are exploring a partnership with a company that is building the world's first AI only broadcasting station. So we're looking to do a partnership with them where we use their tech and we create a separate channel, which is AI crypto. So it's completely AI generated. There's no human intervention whatsoever. And it's a AI generated AI generated streaming news channel for crypto.
What is being generated? What is the AI actually doing?
It's
gathering news, I guess.
It's fake people that gather news.
Yep.
And read it out.
Oh, what
with their own voice. Yeah, it's a completely AI generated station. Completely.
So they're basically putting you out of a job.
Yeah, but I mean, you want to disrupt yourself. I mean, I'm very happy. I'm very, very, very happy to disrupt myself. Like, I'd rather be the first guy to disrupt myself. So
it's more like an aggregator service, but the output is that the person says the thing as well, right?
Wow, they've got a proprietary AI. Sheldon is their proprietary AI, replicating the ideal newsroom proprietary. So it's they use all the tools, and they created. It's called News GPT. The guys we're partnering up with, or that we're looking to partner up with. So, and it's a full AI station. So,
man, they're going to be very good at finding news.
Yeah, I mean,
I was going to say the research model there will be interesting.
Yeah, but if you listen to the story and you're not wondering or asking yourself, how can I feed it incorrect information to do an incorrect show? I mean, I don't know what you're doing. It's like
okay, fellas, you got to find out how you can become non-replaceable.
Because aggregator services, that's the biggest hindrance to them is verifying. Like collecting data is one thing. AI does that extremely well. But training the
I'd rather get in Bombay. I'd rather get in early and go through all the growing pain.
100%.
Then be disrupted. Then be disrupted later.
Do you reckon this will eventually take over TV?
Sorry, what's TV? What is that? Is that what is TV? Is that
like a box?
It's
like a box. But and there's a person who sits inside that box.
It says box
and sometimes it's DiCaprio sitting inside the box. Sometimes
you can never choose what you watch. You just turn it on and you watch wherever they tell you.
No, you don't watch things actually. You just actually surf multiple apps to find something to watch and then give up and then just don't watch.
The difference with AI is AI can serve you only stuff that it thinks you need to hear.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, so like, it basically, why would there be much point for any news like broadcasters once this stuff takes off?
No, it isn't. It isn't. Definitely isn't.
Definitely isn't. The character.
Definitely.
If you are getting into this space, I would highly recommend you watch Black Mirror. Like all episodes of Black Mirror, you will just fucking go insane watching it. Like it's right up your
and also if you believe that this is like there's going to be no use for those people and everything becomes virtual, then Ran, you're definitely going to need some NFTs. Yeah, because they haven't. I don't know if they've integrated the partnership yet, but I was tracking it last year, and Instagram was supposed to be integrating with NFTs.
They did, and they killed it. They did, and they killed it.
Yeah,
they said it wasn't viable. Yeah, it's quite funny that they did that, though.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a pretty good way to attempt it onboarding people, but you can't just bring no one knows what it was. Like most of the people on Instagram are like, "What the fuck's this?"
I mean, last year was wild. Remember, Matt did that partnership with the Starbucks loyalty program. Like, how fucking dumb does that sound now? And back then, it was just pumping because of this news.
Yeah, and it was like huge news that Matic was like partnering with the Indian cricket team and all the rest of it. And it's like, yeah. I mean, in a bull market, literally, like you partner with anyone, and it's just the biggest news in the whole entire world. But it's not really that big once everything dies down.
Ran, is the model with other influencers as well? Is it just around Banter?
Which one? Well, no, it's
The AI.
with these guys. I think with these guys, I think we're going to get exclusivity on their software, but I'm sure there's going to be hundreds of these things.
No, I mean like because to me what sounds most interesting in it is actually the back end and the research you get from the AI developed. So like the more pools presumably that it searches in, or the more data it's got, the better it is, no?
Yeah, I think it scours YouTube videos, internet, it'll scour. I mean, I don't know what the data sets are. We have to find out.
I mean, the cool thing about it is it just keeps logging more and more data. So that's where it's an interesting prospect, because it is just a data consuming machine. So everything just builds on top of whatever it was that it's already learned.
I know.
Have you seen
speaking of data, I've said this in the past. I think that especially for like you, Ran, who you opened the research group years ago. There's a huge pool just in there of information, links, a machine that could now to go through all of that and pick out, pieces of research that are outdated and things that are relevant to the specific day or the specific piece of news. Sounds to me it's like a mission for a computer.
I was gonna say, Ran, like you know the bot, Sheldon bot you were talking about before. Does that company do like custom like RAN bots, so it could look through all your shows and tell you like,
well, no, you have
basically
to,
like,
I think,
be a
I mean,
personal
I'm sure,
chatbot? Because
sure
I know one
could, but
company that is doing that.
I don't think that I have a predictable enough style. That's the problem. I don't think I have a predictable enough style. So
you don't think it could watch all your videos and then like be like, hey,
no,
you can talk to Ran?
No, I don't think I have a predictable enough style.
But and opinions change, I think, too, because you might love a coin and then something happens and you don't anymore.
Yeah. I think Sheldon does. He trades volume, trend lines. Like he's got quite a predictable.
Maybe
style.
Kyle too.
Yeah, as long as your style is over time predictable.
The only problem is opinions change. That's the problem. The adaptivity of the industry. Like I might love a coin 6 months ago, and then news might come out which makes me not like it and prefer one of their competitors. Like you have to be adaptable as an investor. And I think if the AI is taking like 2-year-old videos,
I mean,
the information gets outdated like really quick. That's the problem. And Luna, it might watch a video and be like, Luna's like a nah.
AI wise would be like Panda's place to be.
Yeah, well, if you wanted like crazy yields, it was the place to be for 6 months. But then that gravy train stops, and you need to search for new opportunities. And don't think the AI.
Angela says perfect solution for the BitBoy channel. Just get an AI of BitBoy. Yeah. All right, kids. Let's leave it for today. We'll see you guys on Monday. Yeah, cool. Thanks, guys.
Is there a management meeting tomorrow or today? No. It's next week, right?
There's one today. Next week, yeah.
Okay.
We had one last week, so next week. Cool, guys.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. Enjoy your day, everyone.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.